Hello everyone. So in today's session of Thoughtful Leaders, we have with us Dr. Manisha Kulkarni, Head of the Department MBA at in the Institute of Industrial and Computer Management and Research, Pune. Welcome, ma'am. Thank you for sharing your availability for the interview session.
Thanks, Manish.
Ma'am, with your permission, shall we begin with the questions?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, ma'am, kindly give a brief about yourself.
Okay. I am Dr. Manisha. I completed my graduation in law and did my master's in HR. And my vision is to create a revolution in the history of education. I'm a corporate trainer, a certified NLP trainer, and also an international certified coach.
Okay.
Combination of all this is supporting me to help the students in deciding the career path and opportunities. And I have written various research papers and presented myself as a resource person in leading national and international conferences. And I'm also submitted for a copyright. And I'm having a rich experience of both industry and academia together, around about 23 plus years of experience. So this is about me.
Okay, ma'am. Moving on to the next question, ma'am. What is the latest program that you are offering in your institute which will help the students outperform and stand apart from the crowd?
Okay, our institute is permanently affiliated to Savitribai Phule Pune University, which is known as the Oxford of the East. And as we are affiliated to SPPU, we are controlled by all the curriculum that is introduced by the university. So recently, the syllabus of MBA got revised in the year 2019, where they come up with a unique offering, like with a combination of major and minor specialization, where we have 5 major specialization in finance, marketing, HR, production, operation and supply chain management, and the new specialization that is introduced in Pune University is business analytics. With the minor specialization that is introduced are tourism and hospitality management, rural and agribusiness development, and hospitality management. So recently, they have also introduced international business management. These are the minor specialization, and the top 5 are the major specialization. But the students are having the option to select within major specialization as one major and one minor also. For example, if a student has selected finance as major, it is not compulsory that they should select one minor specialization from the minor specialization basket. Instead, what they can do is they can select it from the major specialization like finance and business analytics, or finance or HR and business analytics, or business analytics and HR marketing. So this combination is also introduced. So this is what is the program all about, MBA.
Okay. And ma'am, what are the factors that make this program best for the students to opt?
A practical oriented syllabus, right? Cafeteria approach. There is a huge basket and choice is given to the student, and freedom is given to the student to select from the basket. For example, they have categorized into slow learners and advanced learner. For advanced learner, a basket of 120 enrichment courses are given, and it is completely based on credit systems. So due to which, what is happening, student can get knowledge from different levels. They can do an online certification course, and from there also they can get the credits. These are some of the factors which I say, from curriculum perspective. But apart from this curriculum perspective, we in MBA at ISCMR offer different value-added certifications. Recently we have started Power BI. You might be aware about the business article. It is one of the famous business article too. So Power BI, we are having BPDS, that is behavioral and personality development skills course. We have also introduced advanced Excel using data science. Apart from that, we offer digital certification, certification in core HR processes, and certification in financial modeling, banking and portfolio management. So these are some of the certifications that are offered to the students, which help the students to have the practical application of all what they have learned in theory. So this is also one of the factors. So value-added certification plays one of the factor. And apart from value-added certification, we also conduct continuous activities because our institute believe on a simple mantra, continuous improvement to be done continually. So we conduct series of curricular, co-curricular as well as extracurricular activities. So combination of all these programs support the students to get success finally in this program.
Okay. Ma'am, what will you say the best practices in the courses that you are offering?
Most interesting and question which is favorite to my heart. In our institute, our director is a Six Sigma Black belt, Master Black belt, and I am Six Sigma Green belt. So we believe in input, process, and output. So accordingly, every year, and we believe in creative innovation, right? So every year we try to understand the need of the student of every batch, and as per the requirement and the demand of the students, we come up with some unique offerings. So we are having in curricular activities, we are having unique practices like student development program, employability enhancement program, career excellence program, and we are also having under extracurricular activities, we are having academic social responsibility and ARCO club under Student Welfare Council, which is a student-driven club. And we are also having a best unique practices like IAC Mark today. In this program, students get an opportunity to have discuss daily about the current affairs and the recent upcoming trends that is happening in business. I repeat, it just all discussion happens. It's all restricted only towards business. That is ISMA today, and we are having a program called mentoring, in which students are divided into groups so that behind every 12 students there is one faculty members assigned. The students are given an opportunity to talk with the faculty members regarding the needs, regarding the problems, both personally and professionally, so that they are monitored, guided continuously one-to-one and taken care. One-to-one personal monitoring, personal guidance are given to the students. This is on one side. And when they go to second year, there is a program called corporate mentoring. We being in the heart of PCMC area, where our institute is in between huge industries, and because of the huge connect which we have with the industries, and because of very different MOUs which we have signed with all leading professional associations, we are having a pool of industrial experts. Around about 80 plus experts are there who are voluntarily accepted to become the corporate mentors to these students. So when the students go for second year, what we do is we request the mentors and we show the complete, send the resume of all these students to the mentors. So accordingly, these mentors, that is the industrial expert, select these students as per the specialization, as per the area of expertise, and guide the students. And how they do the guidance, it is both online and offline as per the time availability of the mentors, because these mentors are all senior vice president, CEOs, MDs, and who are in the top level of the companies. So students get an opportunity to directly spend one day, complete the entire day with the mentor. There is no formal system or structure has been established. It's a kind of informal, formal interaction where mentors share the challenges that happen in the business and how it has to be faced, how the solution of a problem, business problem is identified. This kind of discussion happens, and mentor also guide the students about career opportunities, emerging opportunities, as well as the skill set that is required. So this we do, as these are some of the unique practices in curricular, co-curricular and extracurricular. In curricular, the teaching methodology which we adopted is, all these faculty members are able, and they are using blended tools. both online as well as offline. Actually, we have already started all offline sessions. So students are having interactive sessions, participative learning, experiential sharing learning, by introducing different kind of management games uh, that is happening on one side. Apart from that, we give mini projects to the students where the students are divided into groups and they are asked to do a survey of nearby startups or the small and medium enterprises that is there. And apart from that, students, there is one important unique practice which we adopt under curricular activity is InSwiss. InSwiss is nothing but what we thought is staff faculty members are providing training to the students of all the subjects. But once, every subjects are divided into 5 units. So what we decided is after the completion of every unit, we are having a pool of associated faculty. After the completion of every unit, the subject matter expert, the faculty member of that particular subject, has to coordinate with the industry expert and arrange an industry expert session where the students are not expected to understand the theory. Whatever they learned theoretically and discussed with the faculty members, they should ask questions regarding the same topic practically. They will understand how this particular topic is going to help them when they enter into the career world and how this concept can be converted into practical application. So these all discussion will happen in these industry expert sessions. So these are some of the unique and best practices which we are giving. And for us, we believe in continuous improvement. Still, we are exploring more.
Sure, ma'am. Ma'am, how does the program ensures that the students are being prepared for the future?
That's what I said. Because of all these activities, if you see, even during online, during this pandemic sessions, if you see our academic calendar was power packed, right? And we never made a difference that it is online or offline. All those courses whichever we were giving offline, we converted everything online and we were giving a lot of sessions. If you see in our semester calendar, that is complete planner of our semester, almost 150 plus activities were there, which was a combination of curricular, co-curricular and extracurricular. So every program is designed with a precise intent, content and context. And I said, we believe on systematic approach of input, process and output. So for every end of the every program, there is a feedback given to the student and the students are assessed by the mentors regarding the various skill sets that they have adapted during all these sessions. And on that basis, it has been monitored very continuously, meticulously regarding the progression of the students. That is on one side, faculty members do. And students are getting opportunities. These all programs are not, monotonous programs. These all are the programs where in many of the programs, students get an opportunity. They get a platform where they will, explore themselves and excel finally. So we believe in a strong concept called E2E, where we start from explore and finally it goes to excel. So these 4 E stands for explore, express, evolve and excel. So in the stage explore, during the mentoring itself, it's a progression. So in doing mentoring itself, students are given a self-analysis form where they will assess themselves and they will rate themselves where they stand. Okay, so in a way, and we conduct different kind of personality development sessions also, as well as Enneagram test is also taken where they understand from personality point of view, from psychological point of view, from skill set point of view where they stand. Okay, once they understood, this is a stage of exploring. It happens during the induction itself. Okay, once it is understood, then they go to the stage of expressing, then evolving. So expressing and evolving happen simultaneously. In the process of evolving, students are motivated, encouraged to participate in all curricular, co-curricular and extracurricular activities continuously. They are given an opportunity to participate in inter-college competition, intra-college competition. Our students have won various prizes at the state level, national level, as well as university level competitions. So these are some of the programs that are providing direct opportunity to the students and providing a unique platform to the students to demonstrate themselves. So combination of all this give them some value insights to convert the knowledge into actual application, due to which they finally, when they go out, complete the MBA degree, they are ready for the corporate.
Okay. Now, moving on to the next question. We all know that the technology is changing every day. Then, how do you train yourself and your faculty members to deliver this program to the students?
The most important question, and it is the need of the hour. Because this generation is a millennium generation and their expectations are too high, and they get all the information from net. So how, as a faculty or being the head of the department, how we are going to add value to the students is we conduct series of internal as well as external faculty development programs to the faculty members continuously. We have a performance measurement and monitoring and improvement system where the faculty members are assessed continuously on the basis of the performance. There is a strong feedback mechanism that is there, where it foster a healthy culture, healthy and collaborative culture, where the faculty members together they come and they share the best practices of teaching learning among each other. Certain incentives or certain motivations are given to the faculty members for adopting innovative teaching learning practices or for giving value-added suggestions on every semester. We are having exclusively for the faculty member, there is a program, there is a scheme called Idea Bank. The number of ideas we just monitor at the end of every semester, how many ideas a faculty member is giving. And apart from that, we also motivate the faculty members to participate in national and international level conferences. We provide some incentives for presenting and publishing the papers in all these conferences. We also entertain the faculty members to take consultancy and mini projects. It can be a government funded project, semi-government funded projects, and as well as university level funded project, or a consultancy that can be established and initiated in the nearby startups or small and medium enterprises, which is there nearer to our vicinity. For example, if a finance faculty are there, 2 or 3 finance faculty are there, they should go into the industry and do a simple sessions on finance for non-finance, or they should develop the complete model of entire functioning system of finance, or they have to develop the SOPs, standard operating procedures for the finance function of finance. So these kind of small consultancy will be provided, and if it is a technical team developing website, developing software, so these kind of activities make the faculty members to continuously engage. Whatever I'm saying for the faculty members, I'm also following the same kind of practices. Apart from that, as we are signed with all leading associations, signed an MOU with all the leading association, I personally me and my director personally get an opportunity to discuss with all top level vice presidents, CEOs, MDs. So we have either we have dinner with these corporate experts, or we either go for a coffee, or we call for them to have a formal and informal discussion in our boardroom. So where we share the things where it's a formal and informal interactions and discussion that enrich my industry experience and understand the industry expectations. So if you see all the answer which I was talking, all the activities and all the best practices whichever I was talking in the previous question is all the suggestions and the expectations. There were certain expectations given by the faculty member, by the industrial experts, and these expectations are converted into activities. So this is how we do. We get the feedback from the stakeholder, from all the stakeholders who are involved. We try to get the feedback from alumni. We try to interact with these people. So interactions, discussion, attending conferences, publishing and presenting papers, research papers, and developing case studies, simple case studies of MSMEs. It's all combination of all these activities are enriching our experience and adding value in our knowledge to as well as to me as well as to all the faculty members. So in fact, if I wanted to conclude, I will say that we are continuously learning and we provide certain incentive for all the faculty members who are enriching their resume and enriching the profile by learning continuously. This is how we develop the faculty members as well as I also get developed in the process.
Sure, ma'am. Sure. Ma'am, moving on to the next question, the most important question of the day. How do you tend to build an industry connect with the program?
Okay, good question. Yes, I was again and again saying that we have signed different MOUs. So now I want to specifically mention these MOUs we have signed with Project Management Institute, Indian National Suggestion Scheme Association, National Institute of Personnel Management, All India Level Human Resource Association, and we have recently signed an MOU with Auto Cluster Research Development Institute, which is a semi-government and centralized government body where they promote incubation and innovation. It's a research institute. We are also signed MOU with the PCMC Smart City and also Indian Institute of Materialist Management. See, these are some of the major MOUs which we have signed with professional association. Apart from that, we have signed MOUs with some of the industries where we have like Sriram Finance or HDB Finance or E-Clerks, Metro Services. Why? With the name of, for recruiting, providing placement to the student and providing training to the students. So these are some of the MOUs that support us to keep us connected with the industry. So under these MOUs, there are so many series of programs that are conducted. For example, we call all the members of this association to our institute auditorium where we get connected with all these people. So there we have again panel disc. We have conducted programs where the students directly get a connect with all these people, office bearers, to discuss with all these office bearers and also with all the members. So it creates a positive collaboration and a network. That is one part. And apart from that, our students also do a role of volunteers in all the activities, that is national convention or the programs that are conducted by this association. So where the student get an opportunity directly to go to 5-star and 7-star hotel, where they get an opportunity to directly connect with all top level industrial experts. That is second. Apart from that, these associations also give us an opportunity to do continuous survey, of understanding the industry expectations. So there are different projects. Every year, at least 4 to 6 students are there under all these associations where they do continuous projects, mini projects, as well as summer internship projects with all these companies. So in this way, we maintain the industry connect.
Okay, ma'am. Moving on to the next question. What were the challenges that you have faced while inculcating the program in your curriculum?
Okay, it's again a very interesting question. So the one most important part is matching time. If you see MBA, though it seems to be 2-year course, actual learning process takes place only for 6 to 8 months, not more than that, all the 4 semesters, because we have calculated meticulously for the purpose. So what we did is, we should not miss any of these programs. So what we did is, we incorporated everything in our timetable. If you see our timetable, it is a very complicated one, as we have included student development programs, career excellence program, IICMR today, corporate mentoring, and all these certifications in the timetable itself. For the coordinator to prepare the timetable and implement the timetable successfully, that is the first challenge which we are facing. And the second challenge is stretching the students, for long hours. From morning 8:30 till evening 7:30 or 6:30, students are there. Even after that, they are asked to prepare for the small mini group assignment, and start doing submission of this assignment. So the energy level of the students, because as they are not having a habit to do the regular exercise, energy level of the students are a question mark. And the receptivity, as we are stretching them to long hours, these are some of the challenges. And yes, because many of the industrial experts are available during Saturdays and Sundays. So every Sundays calling the student is also a challenge for giving them some practical exposure and direct connectivity industry experts. So these are some of the challenges which we are facing.
Okay, ma'am, moving on to the last question of the day. What are the benefits and career options are available after pursuing this course? And what message do you want to give to the students?
Okay. The first important part is the benefit is they learn about business. They get a business mindset. They understand every aspects of business and all the functional and operational areas of business. Okay. They understand the different levels of strategy, and they also understand how the decision-making process is percolating from top to bottom. Okay, and in this way, they can differentiate them from the normal graduate student. Okay, and they are also trained to interpret and give inference by seeing the data and take appropriate decisions. So these are some of the benefit which they get, and the opportunity for MBA, and that too in this industrial 4.0 era, and that too after pandemic. I think opportunity is huge, and huge opportunities are there because with big data and IoT and artificial intelligence and robotics coming into workplace, robotics can do everything, but the robotics cannot take decisions. The robotic cannot understand the emotions. The robotics cannot manage everything. So which only a human being can do. So this is done by the MBA students very clearly, and that is what they are trained in the entire 2 year of MBA program, right? And that is so they are having opportunity in all the industries as a job seeker. And the second is they are also get an opportunity as a job provider. Actually, we are during the process, incubate them to start. We mentor some of the students to have their own startups. We mentor the students who are already having the business, because we are having certain incubation center under our EDC cell called Prerna. So they become the job providers also. So in both the ways, one is as a job seekers to make a successful entry in MNCs in all the industries wherever there is a managerial role required. So there they can do it specialization wise. And to specially quote over here is university have introduced this business analytics specialization, and very soon they are also going to introduce project management. These are going to add more value to these students. And so this is how they do it. And yes, this also train them to pitch into venture capital and start a joint venture and go for partnership and start their own business. So it is developing them in all the 3-dimensional ways. Okay, and the last question which you asked is my message to the student. Yes, in this with the advent of big data and IoT and artificial intelligence, students should be very careful. Gone are the days where they were working, where the colleagues were, human beings. But now when they are going to enter in the industry, the colleagues will be robots and robotics. So who will be more and more capable of, in completing this task assigned. So student should be, first of all, every MBA student must be a continuous learner. They should not stop learning. They should enrich their resumes by continuously doing some value added certifications and diplomas, so that they can be helpful to the industry. They should have a very good right attitude. They should be ready for the resilience. Okay, they should be agile and adapt any kind of culture that is there. Because gone are the days where there was one student entered into one company and they survived, but things are changing. Existing jobs are disappearing and new jobs are emerging, and new kind of concepts are coming. Innovations is the need of the hour. So the student should train himself by enhancing their creativity skills and think out of box continuously, by becoming a continuous learner with right attitude and with right positive attitude. This is the message which I wanted to give.
That's all for today, ma'am. Thank you for sharing your valuable insights about the college. And I must tell that the concept of 4Es were wonderful. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for sharing your availability for the interview session.
Okay, thanks, Manish.